Folks, so I just bought yet another annuity. And by the way, I have a head cold going on here. So if my voice starts squeaking, it's because of that. Just bought another annuity, and I want to share with you kind of my rationalization, the thought process that I went through when I went through it, and why I'm doing it now. Well, first of all, I'm doing it now because guaranteed lifetime withdrawal benefits, which for those of you that don't know, they are riders on annuity that say, hey, you put in $100,000. Doesn't matter what the account value does, you are guaranteed a certain amount of income at basically certain points in the future. You wait 5 years, you're guaranteed this amount of income for life, for your life as well as your spouse's life. But anyway, these GLWBs are the highest paying that I have seen them in my 25-year career in financial services here. And I've been preaching for about a year now that, hey, it's unsustainable. The carriers are going to start dropping payouts. And sure enough, the last few months, it's been a breathtaking amount of carriers that have dropped their payouts. So that kind of put me in gear to write the policy on myself that I've had in my sights for some time, which has not dropped yet. It's probably going to drop soon though, although I don't have any inside information. So here's the analysis that I did originally and over the last couple of months until I just now finished it up. And also the analysis that I do for you and your clients. And it's this. Okay, so Charlie's wife is 49, Charlie is 46. If we were to put a chunk of money in today and wait for 15 years and then trigger the income in that guaranteed lifetime withdrawal benefit, what will give us the highest paying lifetime income for both Charlie and Noelle's life? So we'll put in $200,000, a chunk of our portfolio, right? We put in $200,000. What are the highest paying carriers for our age group right here, as well as deferring for 15 years? And American Equity has been at the top all along. Again, I haven't gotten any announcements or anything that American Equity is dropping, but they've been at $30,949. So what goes through my head when I think about trading off today $200,000 for a payment stream 15 years in the future of $30,949? By the way, if we live 30 years in retirement and then pass away, we've gotten $928,000 in income from that annuity. So what goes through my head when I think about that proposition? Well, number one is this. I would say anybody that's age 45 plus and has some resources should have a chunk of their portfolio in longevity insurance. Not a huge chunk yet. Why? Because interest rates can vary a lot between now and 20 years from now, which is my situation. And I just don't believe in having, say, 50% of my portfolio quite yet in annuities, because what if rates skyrocket and there are much better deals off into the future? However, I think that in today's environment where these payouts are very, very high, the highest I've seen in 25 years, I think for a chunk of one's portfolio, for me at age 46, I would say a chunk that's kind of in line with what I would otherwise throw into commodities, for instance. So a small chunk of my portfolio. Why would I not have a longevity insurance policy that I can throw that small chunk of money into? And that's what I've done here. So that's the logic off the top, but I also get into the numbers, right? So from a cash flow standpoint, is that very good? You put in 200 grand, you wait 15 years, and then you get $30,000 per year for who knows how long. What if we go out to life expectancy? So I do my cash flow analysis on my financial calculator here. And what I found is if I were otherwise to put it into whatever, a security, for instance, what would that security have to produce from a return standpoint in order to generate that same income given reasonable life expectancy numbers? And the numbers are above 6%. So 6.5%, 6.25% internal rates of return. Why would I not lock that in for a small chunk of my money? Because if something happens and we live until we're 120 years of age, to have that guaranteed lifetime income for that long, that's a huge amount of relief on the rest of my portfolio. And it also allows for us to be more aggressive with the rest of our portfolio. Because if you have guaranteed income coming in from Social Security, maybe a pension plan, a personal pension plan, which is what we're talking about here, that's well into the six figures. That's a pretty stress-free retirement. You can do a lot of other stuff, maybe more aggressive stuff with the remaining of your portfolio. So that's a little bit of my rationalization. Let me know if you'd like to run an illustration on you or your clients.